Welcome back to Renew Your Life. And if you're new here, welcome. We're so glad you're tuning in.
Great to be diving into this today.
So we hear this all the time, right? That feeling after 40, maybe 50,
Hmm.
you get out of bed and it's like an old car on a really cold morning.
Yeah, stiff, slow to get going, totally relatable.
Exactly. Those tight hips, creaky knees. Maybe your back just needs a minute or five to remember it can bend.
It's super common, we see it a lot. But the good news is feeling that way isn't, well, it's not inevitable.
That's what we really want to dig into. We've gathered a lot of great insights, and today we're exploring why this happens.
And maybe more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Simple shifts can make a huge difference.
Okay, so let's start with the why. What's actually happening inside our bodies? It's more than just, getting older.
Right. There are specific biological things going on. One of the primary drivers is natural changes in our muscles and connective tissues.
So it's not just me imagining things feel less springy.
Not at all. Muscles do lose some elasticity over time. They don't bounce back quite the same way.
Okay.
But it's also really key to think about the connective tissues, things like tendons, ligaments, the stuff holding it all together.
Mm-hmm.
They can become less flexible, almost a bit more, well, rigid.
And that directly affects how smoothly we move, how our joints feel.
Precisely. If the tissues around a joint are tighter, your range of motion shrinks. And that feels like stiffness. Simple as that, really.
Okay, that makes sense. What's another piece of the puzzle?
Well, there's the lubrication factor inside the joints themselves.
Mm.
Our bodies make something called synovial fluid
Right, that's like the body's natural WD-40, yeah.
for the hinges.
Exactly, perfect analogy. And as we age, the production of this fluid can decrease a bit,
Oh, okay.
which is often why stiffness feels worse, first thing in the morning or after you've been sitting for a while.
Because you haven't been moving to get it flowing.
Exactly right. Movement helps circulate what's there.
Hmm.
Less movement, less circulation, more stiffness. And I'm guessing our modern lifestyles, lots of sitting, that doesn't help.
Oh, absolutely. Sedentary habits are a huge contributor. Sitting for long stretches, it causes specific muscles, like your hip flexors, to get chronically short and tight.
While others get weak.
Yeah, like the glutes often weaken, so you get this imbalance. Shortened muscles here, weak muscles there. It makes moving well much harder.
It's almost like the body just gets used to that smaller range of motion and kind of resists going further.
That's a really good way to put it. Less variety in movement, the body just thinks, okay, this tiny box is normal now.
And there was one more why mentioned, something maybe we don't always connect to stiffness.
Yeah, recovery. Or rather, the lack of good recovery. Sleep is key.
Right.
That's when your body does its main repair work. If
Yeah.
you're constantly go, 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 not getting enough quality sleep.
Your muscles and tissues don't get the chance to heal properly.
Exactly. So instead of feeling refreshed, you feel sore, stiff. It's your body signaling, hey, I didn't finish my maintenance cycle.
And stress plays into this too, right?
Definitely. High stress levels can increase inflammation throughout the body, and inflammation is a big factor in feeling stiff and achy.
Okay, so understanding those reasons, tissue changes, less lubrication, inactivity, poor recovery, that's really helpful context.
Yeah, knowing the why is powerful.
But the really empowering part is moving on to okay, so what can I actually do? And the steps are surprisingly, well, doable.
They really are. It's not about huge, drastic changes. It's more about weaving small, consistent things into your day.
The first one seems a bit odd when you wake up feeling stiff. Gentle movement first thing.
Right. Instead of gritting your teeth and pushing through, the idea is just 5 or 10 minutes of really light, easy movement right when you get up.
Like easing the body into the day, not
Mhm.
demanding peak performance instantly.
Exactly. Simple things like arm circles, maybe some gentle cat-cow stretches for the spine.
Hip openers, a soft forward bend maybe.
Perfect. It's like having a quiet chat with your body, saying, okay, it's safe to move, and it helps gently, pump some of that synovial fluid around.
Waking things up gently. I like that. And then building on that, daily mobility work.
Yes. And this isn't just for elite athletes. This is key for aging well, for everyone. Just making sure your main joints can move through their full, healthy range.
And it doesn't have to take ages either. You mentioned 5 minutes.
Even just 5 consistent minutes a day can make a noticeable difference in how you feel all week long. Seriously.
Wow. Okay. 5 minutes is definitely achievable. What areas should we focus on?
Well, the usual suspects tend to be shoulders, the spine, think twists, and definitely hips and ankles.
And these are more dynamic movements, not just holding a stretch.
Generally, yes, especially to start. Dynamic stretches warm things up, improve how the joint actually functions. Static holds have their place, but maybe not first thing.
Got it. So gentle start, daily mobility.
Mhm.
What about strength? Does getting stronger help with stiffness?
Oh, absolutely. Strength training is like giving your joints a support system. Stronger muscles stabilize the joints.
Take some of the load off.
Exactly. Better posture, better load distribution. It all helps reduce that feeling of stiffness and discomfort.
And again, this doesn't mean becoming a bodybuilder, right?
Not at all. Bodyweight exercises are fantastic. Things most people can do at home. Squats, lunges, maybe planks, bridges.
Things that build functional strength for everyday life.
That's the goal, supporting the movements you actually do.
Okay, so we've got movement covered, gentle start, mobility, strength. What else?
Don't forget the real basics. Hydration and nutrition. Your joints are living tissues. They need water.
Seems obvious, but easy to neglect. Just drinking enough water throughout the day.
It's fundamental. And then certain foods can help too. Anything rich in omega-3 fatty acids is good.
Like salmon, flax seeds, walnuts.
Yep, those are great examples. They have anti-inflammatory properties, which can help combat some of that stiffness from the inside out.
What about supplements? Things like collagen or turmeric come up sometimes.
They do get mentioned. Collagen for tissue support, turmeric for inflammation, but the advice is really strong on this. Talk to your doctor or a qualified professional first. Don't just start popping pills.
Crucial point. Always get professional advice for supplements. Okay, and finally, circling back to recovery.
Yes, upgrading your recovery game. This means really prioritizing sleep and finding ways to manage stress.
Because that's when the body actually repairs itself.
Precisely. That 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep is non-negotiable for healing. And chronic stress, it just keeps inflammation levels high.
Which feeds right back into stiffness and soreness.
Exactly. So things like having a consistent wind-down routine before bed.
Turning off screens, maybe reading.
Yeah, calming the system. And during the day, even short breaks for deep breathing or a little mindfulness can make a difference. It helps dial down that stress response.
It really sounds like a whole body approach. Movement, fuel, rest.
It is. You're creating an environment where your body can thrive even as it changes with age.
Now, there's also a really important caution here about knowing when stiffness is maybe something more.
Yes, absolutely vital. When should you seek professional help?
Well, the guidance is pretty clear. If the stiffness is persistent day after day.
Or if it's actually painful, not just tight.
Right. Or if it's genuinely getting in the way of your daily life, your quality of life.
Then it's time to stop just, managing it yourself and see someone.
Like a doctor, a physiotherapist.
Or a movement specialist, yeah. The key thing is sometimes what feels like just normal aging stiffness might actually be an underlying condition.
Something that could be treated or significantly improved with the right help.
Definitely. So don't just assume you have to live with it if it's really bothering you. Get it checked out.
That's such valuable advice. And to kind of bring this all together, there's a powerful shift in perspective offered.
Yeah, moving away from that mindset of, oh, my body's broken or my best days are behind me, just because things feel a bit stiffer.
Which, let's be honest, is easy to feel when getting out of a chair takes effort.
For sure. But the reframe is this. Your body isn't giving up on you. It's evolving. And it's asking for something a little different now.
So instead of fighting it, trying to force it back to how it felt at 20.
You focus on moving well for the life you have right now. Meeting your body where it is today, supporting its current needs.
I love the way it was phrased. Your body isn't giving up on you. It's inviting you to partner with it.
Yeah.
You're not beyond repair.
That changes the whole dynamic, doesn't it? It's not a battle against getting older. It's a chance to build a new, maybe more mindful partnership with your body.
And knowing these practical steps, the gentle movement, the mobility, strength recovery, gives you the tools for that partnership.
Exactly. It shows that with understanding and consistent, focused effort, you really can feel better, move with more ease.
Less like that old car in winter.
And more like a well-maintained, resilient body ready for the day.
Thanks for spending time with us today. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials to stay connected and inspired.
It's been great exploring this.
Before you go, here's something to reflect on. How can you shift your perspective from seeing stiffness as a limitation to seeing it as an invitation from your body to partner with it?